Yahawashi. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to you, hopefully elect. It's your brother Yahweh from Great Millstone, Orlando. And getting right into it, just through the spirit, keep it Yahawashi, because of course being under this, being in this captivity where, Jake, and primarily, the Israelite man, so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American Indian men, being in this unfamiliar habitat, all right, where, we're just vexed on all sides, all right. It's just constant vexation, Jake got a lot of things on their mind. Everything is working against the Jake man, constant oppression, all right. A constant thorn in the flesh, so on and so forth, but that's why Yahawashi said, matter of fact, let me get to start off with that. The Lord willing, I'm gonna keep this sweet, simple, to the point. Lord willing, I'm gonna give this to St. John, because Jake, man, is just Jake is just walking around here with all these bottled emotions, and I'm talking about brothers in the truth and just Jake in general, even 2/3, Jake is tired, but the Wadi Yahawashi, we have our rest, our comfort, our comforter, we have that peace of mind, and that's why, again, going into back to the title, just keep Yahawashi, because we can only imagine what Yahawashi was going through, Yahawashi, just speaking as a man, because I'm sure, because oftentimes you see a lot of Jake, and it's cold, being that the times that we're in, where things are being fast-tracked, a lot of us are aging. Well, pretty much all of us were aging faster. I talk to a lot of elderly people. Well, not elderly people, but just people that are a lot older than me. And just in a joking manner and whatnot. Because like I said, Jake is just falling apart out here, especially now. Like I said, things are being fast-tracked. We're aging a lot quicker. We're dying more slowly, or excuse me, we're dying more rapidly. More quickly. Because like I said, a lot of older people that I talk to, because like I said, we joke, when I talk to older people, and just like I said about how we're falling apart and things of that nature, because you'll have a conversation with an older individual, and the fact that you're talking like you're an old man, right? You might be talking to someone that's in their 40s or 50s, and they those of us being on the younger side, of course they don't take it serious, they take it for a joke, but I always make a point to say how, because like the 20s today is different from being in your 20s back then. Being in your 30s today is totally different from being in your 30s back then, and so on and so forth. Because we're dying more slowly, we're decaying faster. It's like we're dying more quickly, and we're decaying more faster. So it's just different. Jake is falling apart out here. Jake is tired. But nevertheless, getting this in St. John 16. St. John 16 and 33. Oh, Slacky, I was making a point because I said all that to say, like I said, talking with just people in general, making laughs about it or whatnot, because brothers, you see older people that are more up in age, with the so-called gray hair, which is supposed to represent wisdom, right? But nevertheless, as we know, that those gray hairs, being stressed, coming from stress. And you see a lot of brothers, a lot of brothers in the truth. Like I said, the fact that we're aging more rapidly, more quickly. All right. You see a lot of young brothers, with the so-called gray hairs kicking in. That wisdom kicking in, myself included. People, we joke. Like I said, it's all jokes, because Lord willing, for myself and brothers that, our wisdom is kicking in, Because I always make a point, always make the point that, hey, compared to you and compared to me, this is the wisdom kicking in, compared to Jake, man, that's stress, Lord one, this ain't stress, it's that wisdom kicking in, and it's just cold because, like I said, a lot of young brothers, young brothers, you see that wisdom kicking in. But again, I say all that to say, because if Yahawashi was on the earth, being that he had a full head of and facial hair, being white, which again is supposed to that represents that wisdom, But like I was saying, just speaking as a man, because I'm sure Yahawashi, being a young man, I'm sure he looked a lot older than what he was, I'm sure he looked a lot older than what he was. And if Yahawashi was on the earth today, physically, ain't no telling how, there would be no telling how Yahawashi would look today, But I'm sure he looked older than what he really was, because, hey, just being, like I said, in a place where it's just everything is against you, everything is working against you, constant vexation on all sides. Jake just can't get a break. But that's why we just got to keep it Yahawashi. Keep it on Yahawashi. Keep it in Yahawashi. Just keep it Yahawashi. St. John 16:33. These things I have spoken unto you, that in me ye might have peace. In the world ye shall have tribulation. But be of good cheer. I have overcome the world. All right. So, like I said, even when it comes to 2/3, Jake is tired. You could tell just through the spirit. Jake is tapped out. Jake at this point. Jake is just going through the motion. But the water Yahweh Shema Shai again. We have our peace. We have our rest. We have our comforter. We have the spirit of Yahweh Shai with us, for us, in our favor. We have our comfort of mind. So again, the water Yahweh Shema Shai, because goddamn, if we. But let me get through this. What was I gonna go? Limitation. All right, let me get this real quick. And Limitations 5 and verse 5. Our necks are under persecution. We labor and have no rest. So like I said, it's constant vexation, constant. It's always something when it comes to our people. It's always something. If it's not one thing, it's another. Like Jake always says, if it's not one thing, it's another. And when you got someone by the neck, man, that's just it's hell, pure hell. Pure hell. We go to this, but nevertheless, because like I said, Jake, man, Jake, they have a lot of things on their mind. Jake is just a walking bottle of emotions. Jake is tired. And more so specifically with brothers in the truth. Again, that's why we just got to keep it Yahawashi, man. Because that's why we ought to be praying. Praying for patience, praying for a peace of mind, praying for temperance, because it's easy to lose. It's easy for one to lose their temper. It's easy for one to just lose their temper. It's a lot of brothers are at a snapping point. A lot of brothers are at a bending point, so it feels. Because the Lord knows how much we can handle. He knows how much we can deal with. But again, to a lot of brothers, just that feeling that we get, like I'm about to blow. Jake feels like they're about to blow. Jake feels like they're about to snap out here, man. And let me get this to 2 Samuel 17:8. It says, For said Hushai, thou knowest thy father and his men, that they be mighty men, and they be chafed in their minds, as a bear robbed of her whelps in the field, and thy father is a man of war and will not lodge with the people. So you see, dealing with the mindset, King David and the mighty men, and pretty much all of our forefathers for the most part, just going into that, the sternness and the hardness, man, having a chafed mind, man. Like I said, hey, just a constant vexation, a constant aggravation, like the scriptures say. We're bitter. We're bitter, and it's to a point because brothers for the most part, and I know me personally, it's getting harder and harder for me to hide it. Because brothers got to put on their Clark Kent. Brothers got to put on this fake smile, and just we brothers got to walk around like shit is okay, like shit is sweet, and it's not. But I know brothers such as myself and get to a point, we can't hide it. Some of us can't hide it anymore. The scriptures say, a wise man scarcely doeth he smile. And you can see the look on brothers, man. you can really see that cold look, that I don't give a damn, don't talk to me, don't bother me. I hear it all the time. People, whether I'm in the gym or whatever the case may be. People see me all the time. People that I talk to now, that I'm cool with now. Pretty much they've all told me at one point, I wasn't scared to. They always talk about my intimidation factor. They always they always talk about how I didn't want to bother you because you look like you weren't in the mood and this and that. And quite frankly, I'm not in the mood. I'm never in the mood. I don't want to be bothered. I don't. But that's not to say that people that come up to me and it's all according to the spirit. Because that's where we're spiritual men, so we judge everything according to the spirit. If someone comes up to me and their spirit is just off, the vibes are off, then I'm not gonna. You're really gonna I'm really not gonna vibe with you. I'm just not gonna vibe with you like that. But those are few cases. More times than none. Like I said, people that I talk to now, people that I'm cool with now, hey, the vibes on point. Then hey, I'll dialogue with you. I'll talk with you, man. I'll be cool with you. But people always tell me, you just had that look. I didn't want to bother you. You're very intimidating, this and that, and because like I said, me and for many others, it's getting harder. It's getting more difficult to just play the part. Like I said, you can see them brothers' demeanors, man. Brothers it's just, and that's going back to like I just read. Just having that chaffed mind. Just really not want to be bothered. Because like I said, it gets to that point where you feel like you're just about to snap, man. Anything is just any little agitation, any little aggravation. If you feel like you're about to snap, you just feel like you're about to snap, man. And that's why, hey, when it comes to dealing with the prophets, man, you got to be careful how you deal with the prophets of Yahawashi, because again, like I said, for the most part, all of our forefathers, man, they were like that. They just men of war, ready for action, ready for whatever. And especially in this society, you just gotta always be on point. Just gotta always be on point. Jacob's walking around with all this highest testosterone. Jacob's is, just always gotta be tense. That's why I like to, just meditating on the kingdom, And I did a video on it some months back, like, cause brothers, man, like I said, we gotta be on point. We gotta be circumspect. It's just, anything can happen. You just gotta be ready for whatever. Brothers have got that look. Brothers are ready for war and whatnot. But the time's gonna come in the kingdom, when that time comes, brother can just let their shoulders drop their shoulders and just, how, like I always say, from sign of grief, because we're grieving right now. But soon it's gonna be we're gonna go from sign of grief to sign of relief. Like, brothers are gonna be able to drop their shoulder and just, chill. Brothers are gonna be able to relax. Brothers are gonna be able to relax, man. But as of right now, like I said, it's just always something, and we gotta be ready for whatever. So that's why brothers, having that mindset, that hey, anything can happen. Just dealing with all type of demons, dealing with all type of spirits. It's just always something, always something. Brothers got that look. You can see it. You can see it on brothers, man. You know, but that's why, again, we just got to keep it Yahawashi, man. Keep it in Yahawashi. I'm going to go to this. As of recently, this has become a favorite. I'm going to go to this in Luke chapter 10. Because Yahawashi was definitely making a point when it comes to this whole family. You know, who's that? Martha. You know, Mary. Right? Lazarus. You know, Yahawashi definitely, you know, this family through the spirit, you know, this whole family, that whole family through the spirit, man, you know, could really be applied to all of us, you know. But Luke chapter 10, verse 38, it says, now it came to pass as they went that he entered into a certain village, talking about Yahawashi, and a certain woman named Martha received him into her house. And she had a sister called Mary, which also sat at Yahawashi's feet and heard his word. But Martha was cumbered about much serving, and came to him and said, Lord, doest thou not care that my sister have left me to serve alone? Bid her therefore that she help me. So you see, because you know, Mary, Martha, they were sisters. All right, but here it is. The king himself, he was there, you know. He was there and he was teaching, right? Like I said, Mary sat at his feet to hear the word, to hear the message. But Martha, she was all over the place. She was, like I said, she was cumbered about much serving. And she was mad that Mary, you know, Mary wasn't helping her out, you know. Mary wasn't helping her out. You know, she had, you know how Eve is, man, you know. You know how Eve can get, right? What was that? Verse 41. It says, and Yahawashi answered and said unto her, Martha, Martha, thou art careful and troubled about many things, but one thing is needful, and Mary hath chosen that good part which shall not be taken away from her. Because you see, again, Yahawashi, he was right there with them physically, you know. And pretty much for the most part, Mary got the point, you know. And again, Yahawashi, he was trying to show a point. He was trying to make a point. Because again, being that Yahawashi was there, right there, physically with them. But Martha, her mom, was on everything else but Yahawashi. Mary, she got the point. She got the memo. You know, like I said, she sat there at Yahawashi's feet and she got the message. She was listening to the teachings. But Martha, her mom, she was all over the place. You see, and she was missing the point. She was, so to say, missing the bigger picture. That, hey, you know, Yahawashi. Again, that's the whole point. Keep it Yahawashi. Keep it in Yahawashi. Yeah, like I said, brothers, there's a lot of things on your mind. A lot of things going on, a lot of distractions, you know. As I always say, it's easy to get caught up into the things of this life. It's easy to just, you know, just as far as, you know, because it's, you know, brothers, whatever you're going through, you know, you know your own situation, you know what you got to deal with. But above all, man, hey, because, you know, granted, Yahawashi's not with us physically, but he's here with us in the spirit. You know, he's here with us in the spirit. And just stay focused in Yahawashi. Stay focused on the fact that Yahawashi is with you. He's with us. All right? He's with you. You know? And just keep it Yahawashi. Stay focused. You know? Stay focused on Yahawashi. Keep it Yahawashi. Don't miss the bigger picture. You know? We're not going to be here that much longer. And I'm speaking to myself because, you know, again, it's always something. It's always something. And going back to what I read in 2 Samuel, you know, about having that chaffed mind, you know, because you could be having a good day. But brothers are so to a point where, you know, brothers just so agitated. Brothers is just walking around with all this vexation, just aggravation and frustration. You could be having a good day. And then one little thing could just piss you off. One little thing could just... You know, one little thing could just really set you off and just throw your whole mood off. You know, it could be something little. You know, it could be something little. You know, but just remember Yahawashi and keep Yahawashi, man. Despite all the distractions, despite all the bullshit that we got to deal with, just keep Yahawashi, man. You know, and one thing, because we talked about this on this past Saturday at camp. You know, as far as being content, because sometimes the Lord gives us more than what we're used to having, and sometimes, you know, we're below. Sometimes we abound and we're abased. But in any event, we learn to just more and more stay focused in Yahawashi. We're learning to keep Yahawashi. Again, going into being content. All right. Sometimes we're gonna have more. Sometimes we're gonna have less. But in all things, we learn to keep it Yahawashi. Whether we have more than enough or whether we're in need. You know, we learn to just, hey, Yahawashi, man. Yahawashi. So in anything, again, just stay focused and just keep Yahawashi, man. You know, this shit is temporary. All right. You know, one thing, if you haven't learned yet, to whom this applies, if you haven't learned yet, one thing you will learn, you know, is to look at all this shit small. You know, this I know me personally, this shit more and more, it becomes little. It becomes so minute and just irrelevant. Everything becomes little. You know, and I'm not just saying that just because I have a high, you know, physical stature. You know, I'm not just saying that just because I'm a big guy. You know, so-called high stature, because we don't have our stature back. But like I said, more and more, man, I look at all this. It don't mean nothing. You know, this shit ain't nothing to a god, man. Lowercase g. This shit ain't nothing to a king. You know. So just remember to stay focused and keep it Yahawashi. You know. The Lord wanted us was edifying and giving all praises to Yahweh by Hashem Yahawashi. And shalom to you, hopefully elect. Lord want to get to the next one.